where the waves will come a crashing. I'll be on the beach and casting on the high hook. Where no one else is catching, I'm the only one with action on the high hook. Where the land meets the sea, that's where I'll be. Anywhere there's surf, that's my home turf. Hey there, friends and neighbors, it's your old pal Slap High Hook Jackson saying, you ain't living, not even a smidgen, if you ain't surf fishing. So if you want to know where to go, what to throw, how to throw, and what to throw it at, you just keep your eyes and ears right here on the Slap Jackson Show. We're going to tell you all about that. Now, let me tell you why I'm so excited this year is because we're going to have more shows than I've had in the last 2 years. This year we're going to have longer shows, better shows. We're going to do all sorts of things. Well, let me give you an example. First of all, we're going to do some product tests. Phase 2 Lures has sent me a nice assortment of his handcrafted cedar lures. Take a look at the picture here. There are swimmers there, darters, poppers, needlefish. They're all made out of cedar wood and they're all handcrafted by Dick himself. Well, I look forward to doing some product tests and putting those lures through their paces. But product tests aren't the only thing we're going to do. We're going to do some experiments as well. What do I mean by that? Well, we're going to throw bait and we're going to throw lures and we're going to see what's going to work better. We're going to do night fishing and day fishing at the same place to see what's better. We're going to try to teaser and no teaser, fluorocarbon, regular leader material, which is the best. So these experiments will help us with being better surf fishermen. And you know, folks, what's really got me excited in 2013 is getting you guys, the other fishermen out there, on the show. That's right. I'm going to be coming down the beach this year with my camera. I'm going to want to say hello to you, take a couple of pictures, ask you how you're making out, and I'll get you on the show. If for some reason I don't see you on the beach, you can always send me an email with your pictures, your catch, a little bit about yourself and what happened when you were fishing that day, and you send it right here to the Slap Jackson Show at Verizon.net. It's that simple right there, folks. You see it? Beautiful. Now, that's not the only way you can get on the Slap Jackson Fishing Show. You know, when I do these experimentations, let's say bait and lures, you need one fisherman to throw bait, you need another fisherman to throw lures so you could really see which is better. So if you're available and can do some experiments with me, again, drop me a line right here at the Slap Jackson Show at Verizon.net, and I'll get you on the show. All right, now what else is going to happen? We're going to have special guests this year. Can't tell you who yet, but we will have special guests. Now, what am I going to be doing from April? I bet you're wondering what I'm doing for April. Well, I'm going to be working the North Shore for some early season bass. I'm definitely going to spend some time at Little Neck Bay, so you'll see me there. I'll also make my way to the South Shore. I'll be looking for some mud and catch a couple of winter flounder if I can. But right now, let's talk about getting yourself ready in all your gear for the 2013 season. But just before we do, a word from our sponsor, H&H Tackle. H&H Fishing Tackle. When you're thinking of professional surf fishing, you're thinking of H&H. The exclusive manufacturers of the slapstick surf rod. Nothing, and I mean nothing, catches fish like a slapstick. The fish whistle. Bring the fish to you because they can hear it and you can't. And the exclusive patent-pending new Walk on the Water waders. The fish are never out of reach when you have your Walk on Water waders. Patent pending, not sold in Ohio, Utah, Nebraska. You know, friends, I gotta take my hat off to our sponsor, H&H Fishing Tackle. I mean, these people are always thinking about surf fishing, how to be more productive, how to get the most out of it. And let me tell you something. Well, let me show you something. Take a look at this footage right here. Now, how many times have you been on the beach like this guy and you'd love to cast to those breakers all the way out there because you know that's where the fish are? But no matter what you try to do, your best cast isn't even going to come close. So what you really need is a little Army technology in the way of drone warfare, as well as some surf fishing savvy from H&H Fishing Tackle to come up with the casting drone. Oh man, what a piece of art this thing is. Now, it'll take your lure, it'll take your bait, it'll run it out 100, 200, 300 yards, it'll drop it in the ocean, and then it'll fly back while you're reeling in the big ones. I mean, what a wonderful little device to get your bait or your lure out where the fish are. Now, let me tell you something else too. Take a good look at this and the undercarriage. There's a camera there. So if you were to take your iPhone and put the proper application on, you could run your drone up and down the beach, and with the camera you can see exactly on your iPhone what the drone sees. So if you're looking for fish, this is the way to go. What an item. And let me tell you something, if there's no fish out there and nothing's happening, I know some guys that's running over to the nude beach. Well, it does pass the time. H&H Fishing Tackle, because when you're thinking of professional surf fishing, you're thinking of H&H. Hey there, friends. You know, I'm so excited about the 2013 year. I can't wait to get out there this season. I'm looking forward to having a great time and a great fishing season. But right now, let's get our stuff ready. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm getting my rod, taking my rag, making sure that everything is cleaned up real nice. I'm going to check all of my guides, make sure that nothing is cracked or broken in any way. Nothing that could possibly fray my line or give me any trouble out on the beach. Now's the time to fix it. You don't want to have troubles out there on the beach, that's for sure. Alrighty, now I'll also, whoa, fix that. Okay. Now, we'll also, and what I believe in is lithium grease. I do use some lithium grease here and put it on the shaft of my reel. Make sure that I'm all greased up. Make sure that my reel has its grease on it, that the drag is well greased as well. All the gears are done. Everything's working sweet. Got a little bit on the cap just to make sure everything's good. Let me tell you something about this lithium grease. It's really good stuff, let me tell you. And it's delicious. You know, I use it as a dessert topping as well as a lubricant. This stuff is great, man. Let me tell you. Now, come a little closer, I'll tell you something else. Now, take a look here at the bottom. What you're looking at there is that chicken scratch bomber. And you can see that the hooks are all rusted. So I'm going to change them before I go fishing with it. It's that simple. Take a look at the green swimmer above it. Now, I changed those hooks late last season. So I'm just going to take my sharpening stone and make sure that all those hooks are nice and sharp. I'm also going to make sure that I got all my gear in my bag and things like that. Notice that I have a little brush there to get into those hard to reach places. And let me tell you something, folks, I'm a little afraid that you'll get a little crazy. So this isn't lithium grease that I was eating. It actually is a little rice pudding. I just don't want anybody to sue me because they don't get the joke. All right, rice pudding is good. Lithium grease is not good to eat. All right, I'll see you on the beach. I was born high on a dune, on a high tide full moon. I'm high hook. There ain't no denying that when the fish are frying,